Good morning. Thank you all so much for your willingness for a change in schedule at such short notice. We have the opportunity to spend some time this morning with Bill Nathan, an opportunity that we wouldn't want to pass up for much of anything. Bill is a native of Haiti and is visiting friends in the United States. He has many of them in his time that he has been a part of a community called St. Joseph's Home for Boys. Some of you may remember their dance troupe coming to visit a short while back. Bill is a former Restavik, which is a child slave. His parents died young, and he will tell us some of that story. Most of us think of slavery as a phenomenon that ended with the Emancipation Proclamation, but sadly it is very widespread worldwide, and it is very much alive as a practice. And we are so grateful for Bill to come and share some of his story and some of the work as he has done since being freed from slavery by a wonderful nun way back when. As you can see, Bill is also a very talented drummer and learned to do that on those wonderful plastic buckets that he would use to carry water to the family that he served. So we are grateful for this wonderful musician and speaker, and probably one of the most things that he is most proud of is that he is father of Malachi, who is just almost 2 years old. And I will let him tell the rest of the story, but our thanks to Alan Stone, who is class of 1970, who's the chair of the board of St. Joseph's Home for Boys, for his hosting him. Alan, if you will stand up so that our folks can see you. Thank you, Alan. And other friends of the community who have welcomed Bill to Richmond. Please join me in welcoming Bill.
Good morning. I need some energy here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Great. Well, once again, my name is Bill Nathan. And thank you so very much for welcoming me to your community. So this is not my first time here, but I felt like I'm coming back to my family. And thank you so very much. So this morning, we're going to talk about like slavery. And nowadays when we talk about slavery, people think, this still exists? Yes, it still exists. Nowadays, we have what we call the modern day of slavery. So we have 27 million people live in slavery throughout the world. Where I came from, Haiti, it's one of them. In Haiti, we have 300,000 children live in slavery. A lot of them, they lost their family on the earthquake, and a lot of them, they lost their family because mom and dad have died because of hunger and disease, and then they left orphans, and they have no place else to go. Well, my friends, I am here to share my story where I have been and where I am today. Well, living in Haiti is not always a place where you get treated well as a little kid. If you have a parent that really care for you, that really want to be there for you, and then this family is there to support you, and then you are living with a family and the care that that family raised you up to be the best you can be in the Haitian society. But in my case, it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same. Unfortunately, I lost my parents when I was 6 years old. I have nobody else to help me. Living on the street of Port-au-Prince is not always the best place to be. Living on the street, you have no place to sleep. Where you on the street? No shelter at night, and then not even a soup kitchen if you're hungry where you can go and have a meal. Well, when my parent died, I have nowhere else to go. But I ended up living with a family that I don't even know. But that family said, I will take you in. Instead of living on the street, I'm going to provide you with a place. I was happy. Because I don't want to live on the street. Because the street is not good. Well, I trusted that family. And I went. My friends, when I got there, the welcoming was great. They opened their arms, they welcomed me to their family, and I was so happy to see all the kids that they have at their house. And then I thought that as a kid, what you want to do, you want to play, and then sometimes you're not interested about, doing your homework. It's play. And I was so happy. But a couple months later, everything changed. Where the family said, you are not worthy to play with my children, and then you are not worthy to even attend school. The nuns, they used to pay the tuition for me, and then the family said, you cannot go to school. School doesn't made for you. And I was stopped from going to school. So my day will start from 6 a.m. until 6 p.m. The way the family wake me up, they will have like a big bucket of water, and then they will dump it on me. That's how they wake me up in the morning. And they say, you're not worthy to even sleep in the same building with my children. And where I ended up sleeping in a little summer kitchen house on a dirt floor. What I use as a bed is a little cardboard box that I found a pile of trash. I break it open. That was my spot every night. Not enough to eat. And when the family come together, like you guys at home, when you come together with your family, when you share a meal, mom and dad, brothers and sisters, you come together and where you share a meal. You break the bread. But the family said, no, you can't do that. And what I used to eat is all the scrap from the plate. And I couldn't even eat that until I done with all my chores around the house. My main job at the house is to go and fetch water for that family. And I was forced to carry a 5-gallon of pail up in my head every single day. It was heavy for me to carry, but I couldn't even say no. If I ever say no, I get beat up. And what the family used to beat me up with, it's a whip made with cowhide. My friends, still today, I have some scars from all the beating that I have received from that family. Sometimes I wanted to run away. I wanted to go elsewhere. But I was afraid. As a kid, you have no voice. I don't know where to go. I have my older sister. We live in the same town. She lives with another family. I don't know her life situation. And every time that I said, well, look at my life. And then she's in the same situation. So we can't help each other. But I knew one day I will get out. How? I don't know. I spent 2 years with that family, serving them. I was misunderstood, called name, told I was no good. I was treated less than a piece of trash. But one day, God said it's enough. It's enough. While I was doing the work for the family, and then I heard a knock on the gate. And there were 2 men. They questioned me. They said, are you Bill? I said, yes, I am. My mother used to work for the Catholic nuns, and then they knew us pretty well. And then the 2 guys said, Bill, Sister Caroline needs you. And guess what? I ran with these 2 guys. So when I get to the compounds where the sisters are, all the nuns were gathered together and to welcome me. And then they had a big sign in their hand said, Bill, welcome. And Sister Caroline said, Bill, I'm so sorry. I have no idea all this abuse been going on. But we heard it by the words of mouth. And today, you are free. And guess what? We find you a new family. I wasn't too sure about that. Living with a family with, beat up all the time, not enough to eat. But the first question I ask, would they beat me where I'm going? Will I go to school? And Sister Caroline said, Bill, yes. And then I got in the car, and they took me to St. Joseph's family. My friend, when I got there, I saw all the kids lined up. And then one of them had a glass of cold water and handed it to me. You know, I was the one carrying water for the family to do laundry, bathing the children, cleaning the house, to do the cooking. And then I was mistreated. And now I came to a home where children like myself were serving me. I felt that my mother and my father presence at the home. And then all the kids started to sing for me. Ça c'est un jour, ça c'est un jour. Grand-mère là t'es fait. On nous réjouit et content pour ça. Ça c'est un jour, ça c'est un jour. Grand-mère là t'es fait, grand-mère là t'es fait. On nous réjouit et content pour ça, et content pour ça. Ça c'est un jour, grand-mère là t'es fait. On nous réjouit et content pour ça. Ça c'est un jour, grand-mère là t'es fait. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. And in the same day, the heaven door was open, and the family opened their arms, and they welcomed me to be part of their family. And since then, I've been part of St. Joseph's family, where I came to a family where they treated me with respect and love with dignity. And then now, by coming to a home where they give me the opportunity to go to school and have an education, and then now, I am the one serving kids in my own community. So we work with children who are physical and mentally handicapped. In Haiti, if you are physical and mentally challenged, they see you like manifestation of evil spirit. They rejected you in the Haitian society. We see once God took us from the street, from the slavery situation, and placed us in a home where people see good in us. And then now we are the one making a difference. We have a school called L'École Saint Trinity. So where we have 150 kids who've never been to school before. And we have girls who've been in a slavery situation. And we took them from that situation and then give them an education. Because I came to a family where they taught me the importance of education. And then now we are the one making a difference in their lives. So at St. Joseph's, it's kids caring for kids. You know, as a little boy, living with that family, you know, a 5-gallon bucket was my best friend. I spent 2 years with the bucket carrying water for that family. But whenever the family wanted me to go get the water for them, you know what they will do? They will spit on the ground. They said, Bill, we expect you to come back before the spit dry. So I have to run and get the water. This is a sign of no freedom. No freedom. So normally when I get to the water fountain, I'll have to wait until the water comes. But as a child slave, I have no freedom. I have no time. So my days start from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So the only time I had for myself is when I get the water, go get the water for the family. And guess what? And when I get the water for the family, I'll have to wait. And I took that bucket and put it upside down and started to play. And while I was playing, people said, oh, Bill, you are so good, and keep on playing. And guess what? I forget about the spat on the ground. You know what will happen? When I get back home, they'll beat me up. When I came to St. Joseph's, they have drumming, they have dancing, and they have a choir. I said, thank you. This is my place. And then they said, Bill, would you like to be part of the drumming session? I said, well, I never played a real drum before. I can play a bucket. If you give me a bucket, I'll play it. He said, no, you're going to hurt your hands. I said, well, you have no idea how many times I've been hurt my hands playing that bucket. You can still give one to me. He said, no, Bill, now you're going to play a wheel drum. And then I went to a drumming school in my community where I started to play drum. And then I be part of the dance company. So where, from Haiti, my first performance was for Pope John Paul II in Canada for World Youth Day. And then I've been traveling around and then playing drum, go to Brazil, Bahia, Salvador, teaching children from Bahia and teach them about my culture. And I went to Africa, Senegal, and the Gambia, where I went to a school there, and then I learned about African drumming, and went back home, and then where I teach more drumming to the community. So, my friends, someone made a difference in my life. And then now God is using me to make a difference in someone's life. Wherever we are, we can make a difference. You know, this could happen to any one of you. It's a lack of birth. You know, if you are born in Haiti, luckily your life could be, you know, as a child slave like where I was. But when I see what happened to my life and where I am today, and I see a tremendous changes in my life, and then Sister Caroline made a difference in my life, and then now we are doing the same thing. We are doing the same thing. And that's the reason why at St. Joseph's we pray. We start all day from 5 in the morning. The first thing we do, we pray, and we end it with a prayer in the evening with 5 a.m. And when we pray and we sing, Ma vive pour Jésus, jour après jour. Ma vive pour Jésus, n'importe qui l'est. Les Saint-Esprit là, n'ont pas de peur. Ma vive pour Jésus, jour après jour. I live for Jesus, day by day. I live for Jesus, anytime. When the Spirit presence, we're not afraid. I live for Jesus, day by day. Please repeat after me. I live for Jesus, day by day. I live for Jesus, anytime. When the Spirit presence, we're not afraid. I live for Jesus, day by day. I live for Jesus, day by day. I live for Jesus, anytime. When the Spirit presence, we're not afraid. I live for Jesus, day by day. Again, I live for Jesus, day by day. I live for Jesus, anytime. When the Spirit presence, be not afraid. I live for Jesus, day by day. Thank you so very much.